Hey everyone, I'm not in Argentina, I'm in Paraguay. Give you a little update. I've been traveling across the country on a road trip with some friends. In the beginning, it was four of us, now it's only two of us, but that was part of the plan. My friends couldn't stay too long, so they only joined us to the Entre Rios portion when we went to Gualeguaychú, where they have a carnival and they have this epic yearly event on the beach. It's a river, but it's got a beach. And they got like an event where they play music, everyone dances, and that was pretty fun too. Have lots of those videos coming up, have to edit them, and it's been nonstop. We did Entre Rios for Gualeguaychú. We visited Carnival there, and then we went to Corrientes, which is in the north of Argentina. It was a much longer drive to get there, and Corrientes was extremely hot, hot, 100-degree weather easily, 105 degrees. It was Las Vegas, Nevada desert weather, and they did have a little beach. They had a small little beach on a river as well. It's a very huge river, that one. It's the Rio Paraná, and it's very close to Paraguay as well. And there was this big river underneath a bridge that looked similar to the Golden Gate Bridge. I know it's not exactly alike, but it did look a little similar. But it was fun. Got to swim in the river, got to chill on the beach, work out at the beach, had some amazing food there. And then we went to Formosa, but not the capital city. We were in the middle of nowhere in Formosa for a few days because my friend has family there, has his father there, and that was part of the agreement to spend a few days there at his father's house. And his father's house is actually a farm in the middle of nowhere, but it was very fun, very comfortable. Only downside was mosquitoes, mosquitoes, and mosquitoes. And that's that. Formosa did not have a lot of mosquitoes. I didn't see a lot, but the few that were there attacked me. But I think most of my bites came from Gualeguaychú because our first day there, it rained. It's been raining and raining and raining a lot. All of you back in Buenos Aires, last week rained all week because I had friends telling me, and I kept looking at the weather radar, and most of the clouds were leaving the area we were at and we're heading straight to Buenos Aires. But our first day there, we got a lot of rain. Second day, light rain. But it was a miracle. It was a miracle because even though it rained on the way there and it rained all night, and during the day we had clear blue skies, sunny days, and we're able to enjoy the beach. And then once we made it to Corrientes, way up north, it didn't rain one drop. It didn't rain at all, but it was extremely hot and no breeze, no wind. And even when the wind did blow, it felt like you were opening an oven. It was crazy, it was a little bizarre. That heat, I thought I'm used to it because I'm from Florida, but this is hotter. Corrientes is way hotter. I've been to Vegas many times, but Vegas summers, Arizona, Nevada, even some parts of California and Texas, you're not out in the sun. you know People avoid the sun, and that's what people did in Corrientes. The city was basically vacant during the day. You didn't see that much people on the street unless they were driving. You didn't see a lot of people walking either. Buenos Aires is very walkable. You see people all the time on the street in Buenos Aires, day and night. Corrientes, much less. And then in Formosa, it was a little. We weren't even in a village, but we were close to a village. We're 10 minutes away, so we will go to that small little village, which was like 20 blocks by 10 blocks. It was very small, but the people there were very nice. People in actually all those provinces I visited were much nicer than people in Buenos Aires. And if you know me, I love people in Buenos Aires. Love them. That's one of the biggest reasons I moved to Argentina, because people are just so friendly, sociable, and you make friends overnight. And those friends make you feel like family. And that's important to me. That was very fun for me and when I moved to Argentina. But here in the provinces, they're even nicer. It's insane. They seem like much more humble, much more down to earth, and much more polite. So that was a big plus. Formosa, you would think it's boring, but I knew deep down inside. That's why I agreed on the trip that I would enjoy that downtime in a farm. We had Wi-Fi. It wasn't the best Wi-Fi. I was only able to upload one video to make space on my phone, but that video took hours to upload because the Wi-Fi was so slow. But I was still connected, and we ate like kings. His dad, he tends to the farm on his own. He's got cows, he's got pigs, he's got turkeys, chickens. So I was eating fresh, organic, farm to table eggs. He had a half of a pig in the fridge, and he roasted that. He barbecued it. It came out amazing. And then my friend had some cousins in the village, so that person took us kayaking. That place was incredible, in a lagoon. It's a little river that runs for hundreds of miles. It even runs across to other countries, crosses over to Paraguay. We obviously didn't go that far. We were only in the lagoon for 2 or 3 hours, but we went one direction, then we went the other direction, and it was like being in the Amazon rainforest. It really was. It was untouched, virgin nature, and it wasn't like a tourist spot or even a spot where other people kayak at. It was like a very private place, and it was very fun. Lots of nature, lots of greenery. I did not get to see the monkeys or they have these small alligators. I forgot what they're called. Yakabri, I would lie if I told you. I forgot the name. It's got a cute name to it, but they got these small alligators. I didn't see those either. I didn't even see any fishes. I did see a lot of birds, lots of birds, and it was pretty amazing just being in that river and just rowing. I love outdoor activities. I love biking. I love, anything on the water, stand-up paddleboard, just about anything. Whenever I have the chance, I take advantage of it. And this was free. It was fun. The guy even invited us to some beers on 2 separate nights. So we repaid him. we went and got a bottle of liquor and some beer and just sat there outside and just talked and chat and drank for hours. It was fun. It's what these little towns, that's what, in that small little town in Formosa, that small little pueblo, that's what people do. Everyone just sits in front of their house, in the evening. In the day, it's too hot, so siestas are mandatory. In Corrientes, in Formosa, people take siestas all day long. You don't see them during the day, but at night, you would see people having dinner at 12, at 1 a.m., drinking tereré, late, all day long. They drink tereré all day long. Tereré is mate, but it's cold. It's with iced water, chilled water. I personally don't love it. If it's around, I'll have it. I love mate. I love hot mate because when the hot water touches the hierba, becomes an infusion. It's like a tea. When the cold water touches it, I feel like you're not getting too much flavor. It's not like, it's not dissolving. The hierba, it's not like dissolving, so you're basically just drinking mainly water. And tereré could also be done with juices. It's typical to see people do it with lemonade or orange juice, and I prefer that. With lemonade or orange juice, it just tastes amazing. I love it. But people drink it all day, and like I was saying, people just chill in front of their houses with their families, with their friends. They'll bring out a few chairs and sit in a circle and just chill there. And I love that. I love seeing that in the community. I love seeing families sharing times together and sticking together. And it's beautiful. Like they could just chill, calm down, and relax. Something you don't see in big cities like Buenos Aires. Although you do see people sharing green spaces in the park, and maybe behind closed doors, people are sharing with their families. I'm sure it happens in Buenos Aires, but you see it more in these little towns, in these little pueblos, and that was a blessing. Oh my God, I'm going on to 9 minutes. So after that, after Formosa, after a few days there, we crossed over to Paraguay, to Asuncion, Paraguay. When you get in, the city looks a little rough, at the outskirts of the city. And I'm going to show you my Airbnb now. and it looks a little rough. But once you get to Asuncion, you're like, wow, you're blown away. I mean, there's parts that are even prettier than Palermo. There's parts that are even prettier than Buenos Aires. Overall, Buenos Aires is much prettier, I'm not gonna lie, because it's much bigger, it's much more modern, much more advanced. But Asuncion has a lot of charm to it, has a lot of very nice areas, and it's a very fun city, and the people are extremely nice. And where I'm at, it's very safe. I've walked the streets many times at night. But like always, I can't say, oh, it's safe because I didn't get robbed, because maybe other people do. Maybe you have to follow the statistics, not someone's opinion like mine. But it's relatively safe, and they have a very nice area around here called Las Carmelitas, which is full of bars, and they have lots of very nice shopping malls and very good stores. And this is a big surprise: cheap, much cheaper than Buenos Aires. Some of the items are just about the same price as Buenos Aires, but then they have some other items that are extremely cheaper, like much cheaper, at least half the price. Especially electronics and clothing, all that, it's probably 3 times less. But groceries, you're looking about half to 70% less than what things are worth in Buenos Aires. So maybe you take that into consideration, but also don't make a drastic move until you come and spend a few weeks, in this city. This city is also extremely hot, hotter than Buenos Aires. It's not too far from Corrientes, it's not too far from Formosa, it's extremely hot. Today we were blessed with some showers, and it's cooled down a lot. It's cooled down a bit. So that was a blessing. And what else was I saying? The people are nice. They seem to be very fun. We went bar hopping. We hit up a club last night. I'm a little hungover. and it was a good time. Good time. Now the money is a little confusing, but if you're used to Buenos Aires, you'll get used to this really quick. $1 is almost like a little over 7,000 pesos. I think it was like 7,900 pesos, something like that. So basically, that's the math. So if something's worth 70,000 pesos, you're basically paying $10 for it. So that's the thing. Wine is a little more expensive here than Buenos Aires, and they don't have that big. They have a nice variety, but everything else is pretty much cheaper. And the stores, lots of 24-hour grocery stores everywhere. They don't have kioscos in every corner. They don't have supermarkets in every corner, but at least in this part of the city, they're every few blocks, and most of them are 24 hours. And here, I'll show you my Airbnb. Got the queen size bed there. TV still's got the stickers on it. Ooh, look at that! I look ripped. that's a TV. TVs lie. They add a few pounds. My boy's sleeping on the mattress here. Got a little closet window with a decent view. I mean, you're overlooking someone else's rooftop, but you can't see it now. But then there's some buildings back there. And you would think that's it. Have my AC there with a remote. But when we got here, it was so hot that AC was running and the fan was running, and it wouldn't cool one bit. But now that it's cool outside, it's cooled down a lot. Oh, you know how much I'm paying for this? $50 for 3 days. The original price on Airbnb was like $75 for 3 days. So around $25 a night. But I sent him a message, and you know how Airbnb is tricky, and you can't really get someone's number or email, because that message will be automatically deleted and the person won't receive it. What he did give me was the address, like he spelled it out, like the numbers. So I told him, hey, are you gonna be there now? He said, yeah. So we came here, and in person he gave me a better offer. So in person he left it for $48, which was much less than Airbnb. It's basically probably what he was making out of Airbnb, because Airbnb takes a lot of fees from the host. So it works out for him because he makes the same amount of money, and he doesn't probably have to pay taxes on it since I give him cash. And it works out for me because I saved around $30. We saved. Look at that shower head. That's so weird. It's like got electrical stuff to it. I don't know what that's for. Maybe for the water pressure to reach there. Really weird. Little bathroom. None of the bidets, which are standard in Argentina. So, I love bidets. That's like gonna be my funny thing. I love bidets. Full size fridge. I was surprised that there was no kitchen. And it's not really stacked. It's like spoons. There's no forks. None of that. But we make it happen. Full size fridge. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. This bottle was around $10. It's whiskey. This ham, it's very small. It's like 1/10 of a kilo, very small, but it was like 50 cents just to snack on something. An empanada. It says empanada tucumana, but obviously we're in Paraguay. Was around 90 cents. Huge Pepsi. It's 2.5 liters. Zero sugar. Are you sponsoring me, Pepsi? Are you? They don't even watch. So it's 2.5 liters. This was a little under $2. So sodas, you know, name brand sodas, obviously you're gonna be expensive everywhere. Oh, but this is the key point. Remember how I told you $1 is like 7,000 pesos? This 5-liter water is 8,500 pesos. So like around $1.20, which in Buenos Aires, these big waters are expensive nowadays. So much that I've been drinking tap water in Buenos Aires. This was good too. Spicy peanuts, 150 grams of them, around $1. Sunflower seeds, like 300 grams of them. These were around $1.50, like $1.40. More peanuts with like some shells, crunchy, 150 grams, like $1.20. Good price. And let me see if I can show you the outside. It's got a window here too. It's on the second floor. Another AC unit, a good fan. Sorry for the movement and stuff. But here in Paraguay, good deal on this place. And it's the best thing, location, location, location. It's close to the nicest area, which is called Las Carmelitas. And I haven't seen any mosquitoes. So you guys enjoy the video. You go cash at me, $ Miami Heater, or Venmo at Miami Heater. Take care, guys. Love you. Subscribe.